shown so far, they're up for that certainly mental challenge.
There's a French Invincibles vibe to the new Arsenal tracksuit.
Beautiful tracksuit top, innit? Hopefully mine will come.
Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along of Man City versus Arsenal in the fourth round of the FA Cup. Hopefully you guys do enjoy, like, subscribe to the button, and hopefully it'll be a very good game of football, hopefully a good classic. Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along. Hopefully this will be a good game.
I think still a player of that age coming in, you know, whoever he's keeping out and playing in a pep team.
Should be.
So much movement,
Silky.
And fitting so well. I'm very excited about it for him, to be honest.
Absolutely. Akanji and Xhaka, international colleagues. Arsenal won the FA Cup 14 times, the most successful team in Cup history. But it was the FA Cup back in 2011 which really was the springboard for what City have done in the subsequent decade and why they've just been so dominant in English football, and they remain the team to beat.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to this game. Two best teams in the country. Okay, they've made changes, but Man City are brilliant. They're like a machine. Like a machine, are fantastic to watch. They've got, again, we said Pep question a few weeks ago about hunger. I've no doubt these teams, and particularly Man City, are still desperate to win these cup competitions.
Are Arsenal a mini copy of City to some extent, inevitably, because of Arteta's tutelage?
With what they're trying to do, I'd like to think, it's not about team and a manager to try and emulate, of course, because of the success they've had and the way that they've done it, to the point where the manager thinks that they might have fallen off it a bit because they've been so successful, they've been so dominant. And of course you want to emulate that. If you're an Arsenal fan, you want your team to do that. But it's the journey, isn't it? It's the journey to get there. It's not
and you
easy.
can see they're trying to make the squad bigger. They've had a bid for Caicedo of Brighton turned down today, but Arsenal are thinking that they should really at worst be in the Champions League next season and that they need a bigger, deeper squad a la Man City.
Yeah, no, I think they'll be okay for the Champions League.
Trossard is starting. It'll be interesting to see how he plays for Arsenal.
We're going to give him that one. Friday night, under the lights, Arsenal have sold out their allocation behind us of about 7,000 fans, so it should be a cracking atmosphere for the best two teams in the country to meet here in the fourth round.
Wow, we must have been definitely playing shit when we played against City. We had 4,000.
Kickoff from the Etihad live on ITV1. It's coming next.
We must have not been bothered to sell tickets. Because also in the same section that we got given, I've sold 7,000. We only managed to sell. We managed to sell 4,000, so 2,000 less than what they've had. But that just shows how badly at that point we were playing that a lot of fans didn't want to go.
Yep.
And I'm just fearing the worst, that the attendances away from home for us will get less and less the worse we play. And I think if the fans start doing that, it'll get through to the manager, and it'll get through to the players, and it will get through to the owner. Usually that does, because it means they're not making money. So hopefully, let's get some questions in the chat. Folks, I'll answer as many as I can. Who do you guys think is going to go through to the fifth round of the FA Cup? 100% Manchester City.
They'll be a lot closer than what people make out it will be. Possibly go to penalties. Like, I won't go to penalties.
No, I think there's going to be one player that will make the difference, and it will be Haaland, because he always makes the difference if City don't play well.
Well, obviously.
Guardiola and Arteta seemingly intrinsically linked, raised through Barcelona's academy. Arteta grew up idolising the man.
Wow, I didn't even know that them two are good mates. And even though they're both in separate managers.
Well, he used to be an assistant to Pep, didn't he?
Yeah, and also his idol as a kid for Arteta was Guardiola.
Can they keep out the immense fire firepower, a 31-goal Erling Haaland.
Erling Haaland, are you gonna beat the record for the most goals in an English football season, which the record is 60.
Trossard starts for the first time. Mikel Arteta switches at 3/4 of the back four and the goalkeeper, but Eddie Nketiah starts once
So
again.
it's Trossard, Nketiah and Saka up front. That is still a strong front three.
Against the team with a healthy lead at the top of the Premier League. Will this cup tie give us an indication of the scrap to come over the next few months? Eddie Nketiah has 9 goals in 13
Yeah,
starts.
it shows that Arsenal are actually doing well without Gabriel Jesus.
Campaign since coming to English
Mhm.
football.
Because they got Eddie Nketiah, that guy could score any type of goal.
And friends reunited. Lee Dixon grew up a City Blue, but won titles and FA Cups galore with Arsenal.
Wow.
The changes that Arsenal have made affect their chances.
So you got Paul Merson, who grew up as a Chelsea fan and still is, and then you got Lee Dixon, who also played for Arsenal, but he grew up as a Man City fan.
Changes from the last game. A couple of first teamers here and there, some potential. A new signing, and they've got to believe, against a very, very strong Man City team.
But it's also a very strong Arsenal team.
Early foul from Kevin De Bruyne. And Saka going on an early scamper down that right touchline. What form he is in right now. He's started the last 43 Premier League matches. But Mikel Arteta has decided not to rest him. I think you could tell with the interviews pre-match that there is tension in the air tonight. Holding, wrestling with Haaland. And Haaland trying to get round the outside of him. And the foul's gone the other way.
How is that a foul the other way? It's more a foul than Man City.
Decision has gone against their star striker.
Well, he's won the free kick holding, but he's got to not do that. Yes, you've got to hold your own, but it's one of his problems.
It's one or two.
Oh, so
And Haaland will love that.
So Holding's literally got so much of his shirt that he can literally yank it off of him.
Back off him, let him
And it doesn't get given. And it get given to Arsenal.
Raised 7 miles from the Etihad Stadium. He's already twice an FA Cup winner with Arsenal. Started both
What,
2017 and 2020.
Ooh.
saw Rob Holding get sent off towards the end of last season at Tottenham when he...
So guys, keep putting your questions in the chat, vote in the poll who you want to win, Man City or
Did you read the
Arsenal.
message?
in just working out the next move, and he just got sucked into a challenge and he was off.
So keep putting in the chat, folks. Hope you guys do enjoy the stream.
What?
Gabriel.
I will let you know on some scores at the moment. It's in Spain. It's Almeria 0, Espanyol 0. In the Bundesliga, it's Leipzig 1, Stuttgart 0. It finished in Serie A, Bologna 2, Spezia 0. And ongoing at the moment in Serie A is Lecce 0, Salernitana 1. Oh, this is a good play.
Read your message.
That's a bad miss, Rodri. And also, it is also in League 1, Lorient 0, Rennes 0.
Stop him doing that. Get his confidence. It was a poor ball, creating a chance for City. Rodri just leaning back. It's interesting with, sorry Sam, interesting with Xhaka and Partey, perhaps the two players you couldn't do without if he got injured, but almost got to play him because changing the back line, they need some protection. Got that huge amount of experience in front of them.
They do have Albert Sambi Lakonga on the bench tonight, and we've seen Zinchenko playing that.
Keep your questions coming, folks. Thank you very much for the free likes, I really appreciate it.
In that midfield area, they are linked with a couple of new signings. Maybe Mikel Arteta will get 1 or 2 over the line between now and the deadline early next week. There are a lot of similarities between these two sides, but differences too. Manchester City prize possession, often slow, patient.
Oh, great! It's Ortega shite.
Arsenal similar. They like the ball, but at their best they can smother you with intensity in your half, a bit like Liverpool did a few years back. Here's one of their new signings, Leandro Trossard, making his first start tonight. Stones trying to stop him from going through his tricks. Trossard has managed to work it.
Oh, that's a good ball. Oh, now we go for Arsenal, folks.
That's a big save from Ortega.
That's a ball.
De Bruyne away. Gabriel, flick by
You think it's going to be easy for City? No way.
Trying to charge past Rodri. And Trossard already showing his value.
No! They've already got one player that's causing them trouble already.
Okay, ready. Still not clear.
You might want to get it down to the left hand side to get it to Leandro Trossard. He's causing them havoc.
Vieira's made an intelligent run. Away by Akanji. Easy enough for City to read on that occasion, but what a chance for Tommy Yasu.
Yeah, Trossard, the centre of two moves.
No, I'm still surprised we didn't go in for him.
Just look at Rico Lewis's position. He goes really central, and that just.
He would have fitted our system with Trossard.
He had a little run at him. It's a really good ball, pull back edge of the box, and Tommy Yasu, as you said, good strike. It's a save the keeper should make, but they look good. I'm just about to see it now. Plenty of time. Eye on the ball, he gets it away, as you said.
We do know that's the only pup you've bought.
On this left-hand side.
Saved by goalkeeper Stefan Ortega.
There's not enough there, you know.
Have made tonight.
So guys, keep your questions are coming, folks.
In the last round, it's his 7th
Lay down!
of the season.
You don't read your fucking phone and fuck all.
Interesting, the lad's talking about Rico Lewis playing at right back. Good luck if you see him at right back, because he very rarely ends up there. Already defensively, Trossard has gone down the left and met Mahrez on one occasion, Stones on the other. And Lewis just got a licence to basically go and play right hand side of midfield. He can't take a throw in either.
He's a pretty special young player, to be honest. I saw him against Chelsea in the Premier League when he came off the bench, changed that game. He's
Let me know in the chat, folks, if you guys think there's a, if you guys think there's going to go to penalties.
He's only 18 years of age, but he is a terrific young player.
It'd be good to see him defensively, actually, against a winger. Stuck out on this right hand side. If Trossard just dragged him out a bit, but there he goes. City get possession, and off he wanders into midfield. Just leaves Mahrez high up the pitch on the right hand side, and John Stones has got the ball inside and not a lot outside him.
Moving the full-back into midfield is something that both these two teams do. Arsenal do it with Oleg Zinchenko when he plays at left back, not so much with Tierney. And Xhaka has just misread the run of.
That's unlucky in Kane. Yeah, we got to that there.
The ball went the other side, and Manchester City have it back again. Guardiola with the ball in his hands. He waved away suggestions that Mikel Arteta had simply taken his ideas and employed them at Arsenal this week. Rubbish, he said. Ideas belong to everyone. I've stolen as many as I could. He was in chattier mood than he was when he was talking with Gabriel a little bit earlier when he was discussing that. Well, that's a mistake by Holding.
Oh, Haaland! Oh, you lucky Turner!
Haaland's gone for the acrobatic. And Tommy Yasu was watching it all the way.
If he scored that bicycle, I would have
About a foul.
eaten my hat.
He obviously didn't get one. Turner does
What were
well.
you doing,
He just
Turner?
tries to play him offside, and then he just bounces off him. Haaland just pulls the back of his shirt, whether there's enough there to pull him back. brilliant positioning from Turner.
That was terrific goalkeeping from the USA international, who's only making his 6th appearance of the season. And Lewis dispossessing Trossard on that occasion.
Leandro Trossard. Leandro.
It's a poor ball out. Partey. Now Xhaka. Here is Bukayo Saka. He's been in terrific form over the last few months.
This is a good play from Arsenal.
6 goals in his last 11 appearances for club and country. I read a piece from Martin Keown this morning, who said he would walk into the invincible side.
Yeah, I think I heard him say he was going to drop Freddie. Wouldn't have gone down very well.
We'll let
So,
tell him.
hopefully you guys do enjoy the stream. Like, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Arsenal 0, Man City 0, but it's been actually quite entertaining 10 minutes.
And he's thriving right now, isn't he?
It just shows what Arteta, he's almost undroppable. It's just, he keeps going, he keeps running, gets knocked, he gets kicked. Plays
So hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream.
From defenders, but
Man City 0, Arsenal 0. It's not been that bad of a game. We got the votes 50-50 for Arsenal and Man City, so this game could go physically anywhere.
Lewis. I think he'll be watching his behaviour on the touchline today. He did get himself in a spot of bother over the last couple of games. He's not the only one.
So if you guys
Technical area, but it's often
like the streams,
I think more because of
I'll be doing more. I won't. There's not going to be a stream tomorrow because the next stream is going to be on Saturday for the game for Napoli's game against Roma.
Turner looking for Trossard. Stones positioned himself well.
It's really fascinating on this City's right hand side with where Stones and Lewis is playing, and Tierney and Trossard plus playing a game trying to outwit them because they can create a 2v1.
So keep playing. It's going to be a good game. Hopefully we get some entertaining goals, chances in this game. We've had one for Haaland, which was speculative, but nearly worked.
Gundogan was allowed to wander a long way. Jack Grealish. And it was just a little bit too high for Haaland, and Mahrez at the back post was coming in underneath it, but Turner read it well. It's unusual that we've had to wait until the end of January for the first meeting of the 2 best teams in the country. Sad passing of the Queen meant that the original league game between the two was delayed until later this month. But it was always going to be a bit of a chess match between 2 coaches that know each other so very well. Both of them have this process of dividing the pitch into horizontal and vertical zones and only allowing a certain number of players in each zone.
I just want us to play well, play with the passion, play with the heart.
To try and overload their opponents.
And hopefully something good can come out of this game. Arsenal player down, foul by I think by Gundogan.
We used to have zones. Don't go in the penalty area at that end, and don't go in the penalty area.
Oh, a bit dangerous, I would say, on Fabio Vieira. But that's what it does when you are a footballer.
Fabio Vieira was one of the stars of the game down at Oxford in the previous round.
So guys, keep your questions to coming, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's Arsenal 0, Man City 0.
It's Granit Xhaka who's going to take charge of this set piece for Arsenal. Towards holding away by Rodri. It's come down for Saka, who hit it first time, but it was blocked. Incredibly congested on the edge of that Manchester City box. Arsenal looking to field a little bit higher up the pitch, but the return ball to Saka was a little bit heavy from Vieira.
Yeah, he's not really got in the game just yet. Great ball from Turner. A clean ball just over the half.
Well, I want to go.
Saka.
Hasn't quite happened yet for Arsenal or Manchester City, but Arsenal often start games at a fast pace. They've been ahead by half-time in 7 of their last 10 Premier League away matches this season. No team have scored more goals in the opening 30 minutes of matches than Arsenal. They may well have noticed the sluggish starts that City have made recently in the derby away at Saints, and here last Thursday when they went in at half-time 2-0 down to Spurs, which wasn't particularly well taken by Pep Guardiola. I spoke to him afterwards, and he was in spiky mood again. I think he's got this thing at the that he wants to see what he's been calling his team, the way his team have played over the course of the last couple of years, and he feels as if there's been just a slight slackening off.
Yeah, you're bound to get that. The levels this team has reached.
Arsenal 0, Man City 0, 60 minutes play, folks.
Push them back up again and make them aware of their responsibilities as top players at a club that normally wins things every year.
There were a smattering of boos at half-time as well, which again didn't go down too well with Pep Guardiola. This is John Stones.
What I was doing should have supported City when I did.
That was a very long time ago. Here's Rico Lewis. It's a slightly different landscape at Manchester City now. It's a club that has been winning and winning well for a very long time. Champions in 4, hoping to be champions for 4 of the last 5 seasons. Looking to win it 3 times in a row, which doesn't happen very often. Stones again.
Stones just missed an opportunity then just to ping the diagonal. Alan made a really good run on the back of Holding, but he didn't have his head up. They're just playing a wrestling game at the moment, just gotten out a shot. Holding and Haaland got their hands around each other's necks, playing a wrestling game.
Who do you guys think is going to get the goal first, Man City or Arsenal, folks?
Taking the ankles for Jack Grealish, who isn't looking very comfortable after that. It's going to be a free kick to Manchester City. Grealish has been in good form for Manchester City in the last few weeks. He scored in the Manchester derby. He was terrific in that second half against Tottenham. Longer ball from Ortega, looking to try and release Haaland. Grealish trying to shut down Tomiyasu. Partey's found Holding. And it looks for Vieira, but Akanji's going to see that back to his goalkeeper. It's very cagey. These two teams just trying to feel their way into the game, find each other's weaknesses. Arsenal with a 5-point lead over City at the top of the table, but having a game in hand. Backing into Holding, trying to release Gundogan, but Partey was there to cover. He's been incredibly important this season, Thomas Partey.
Yeah, him and Tomiyasu in the cover then.
Come on! Someone score, someone have a good chance.
Looking for Mahrez, away by Tierney. It's out for a throw.
It is Arsenal 0, Man City 0, folks, in the FA Cup 4th round.
Morris. City looking for a bit of his trickery now. Rico Lewis. Kanji, Gundogan, looking to try and release Haaland, but this time Gabriel was standing in his way.
And they're just cancelling each other out at the moment. Very similar systems down the width, which pretty much.
So guys, keep your questions coming, like, sub and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
This is going inside, but they're cancelling each other out. 2v2 down the sides. It's just the flair players getting the air on the ball, getting De Bruyne on the ball.
The air on the ball now. On to Trossard. Who is backing off. Trossard! Good save.
Oh, Arsenal has scored, folks.
So close to getting his first Arsenal goal. Tierney. Partey.
Guys, keep your questions coming, like, sub and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
The two best chances of the game so far. Robbing Bukayo Saka. He's another one who's had a very good season, playing more football than maybe he would expect to. Haaland's in a race with Matt Turner, and Turner's starting position.
And Haaland cannot outdo Matt Turner.
Starting position, but just stays wide.
So guys, keep your questions coming. It's Arsenal 0, Man City 0.
His left foot, and that's a better save.
What a save by Ortega to deny, I think, Trossard. It was.
City have won this trophy just twice since 1969. Arsenal 4 times winners in the last 9 years. And you heard Mark talking about it earlier on. Older Arsenal fans will remember that 2007-8 season when they were vying with Manchester United for the title. They lost in the 5th round at Old Trafford 4-0. And then failed to win 10 of the next 12. That's why they want to keep the momentum up today. There's a wonderful touch from Haaland before that move broke down.
So guys, keep your questions coming. It's Man City 0, Arsenal 0. 22 minutes played. Keep your questions coming. Put anything in the chat. I'm happy to answer any questions.
When he just drops into the space, helps out his centre backs, but also knows that he can step into that space he's just come from in front of him.
Are involved in a real personal duel.
So,
pushing and shoving and
do you guys think Arsenal are going to score first? Do you guys think Man City are going to score first? Let me know in the chat.
Matt Turner is,
You guys are thinking Arsenal are going to win. Interesting.
with his feet, not for the first time. You get the feeling that that's an area where, when it doesn't quite click, the Arsenal fans behind the goal are getting a little bit nervous.
Turner's just having a look at him now. They must have said something to him. The fans is having a laugh and a joke with him. But you do feel that if one was to mess up and it went in, you.
So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes, folks. Arsenal 0, Man City 0, but it's actually quite an enthralling game. It's actually quite entertaining, this game is.
Tierney. Gabriel. Holding, looking for Saka. Not going to find him over there. Side playing is up.
So guys, keep your questions coming. It's Arsenal 0, Man City 0. It's 24 minutes played. Not been a lot of chances because they're cancelling each other out. But
Holding by name, holding by nature. He's trying to keep tabs on Erling Haaland.
hopefully something comes of it and we can all enjoy it.
And the man that got a hat-trick against Wolves on Sunday is 4th of the season. Not many people have been able to stop it.
Man City only need one chance. Arsenal only need one chance. Anything can happen. Here comes Man City on the chance with Mahrez. Blocked.
Blocked by
Man City have still got the ball.
Now De Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
Still going.
De Bruyne with the curler. Oh, just wide. Kevin De Bruyne.
Corner. And Matt Turner wasn't sure at all.
No, certainly had the goalkeeper interested, but it also that man interested because he thought this wasn't far off. Going to get it onto his left foot. As best he
Kevin
can.
De Bruyne nearly made it 1-0 to Manchester City.
Just watch him bend it round it. Go a bit closer, Jackie. You're not quite close enough.
I thought that was going in, folks.
On the post of the ball.
Now Kevin De Bruyne loves playing against Arsenal. He's managed to conjure up 3 goals in his last 5 against them. He loves playing in the FA Cup, 6 goals in his last 14 FA Cup ties.
This will be interesting to see who gets the first goal, because I think the first goal is going to be pivotal in this game.
16 assists in all competitions and 11 in the Premier League alone. He's very much a key player, as usual, in that City setup. Such a threat. Trossard. Tierney. Trossard again. Trying to get away from Rico Lewis. Xhaka. Partey. Tierney. Tierney trying to just reverse the ball down to Trossard, which...
It's gone out for a goal kick to Manchester City, folks.
Yeah, just overhits it with the right foot. But Trossard looks the one. He looks like the one who can cause trouble down this left-hand side. Saka's been tied up by Ake on the other side, so Vieira's just starting to pick a couple of balls up in that number 10.
Hopefully we get an actual decent chance in this game, and we have had through Kevin De Bruyne, but it's showing why the post.
Well, it is Trossard's first start after his £21 million move from Brighton. He'll add a bit of competition for places. They need that, Arsenal, especially at the top end of the pitch. And Pep Guardiola will know what to expect from him. He's scored twice for his former club at Brighton against Manchester City. He's had a very good chance
Holding's the
here.
one at the other end. He's got to keep fully concentrated because Haaland will fight you all day long. And you've only got to lose one of those fights against him, and chances are he'll be through on goal, and we know how good he is at finishing. So, as a centre-back, his only job really is to stop Haaland. He's got a big night ahead of him, Rob Holding.
So guys, questions are coming. Who's going to get the first goal of the game?
Xhaka. Bukayo Saka.
Here comes Arsenal.
Menacing once again. Okay, trying to deal with him. Saka trying to get away and accelerate, but loses his footing.
Oh, it's good play. Strong, stayed on his feet, just stuck his foot in at the right time. Timing is everything as a fullback.
Something's going to have to give sooner or later.
Well, one of the things that has helped Arsenal, especially at home, is the support that they are getting. A new vibe from the Ashburton Army, a new anthem pre-match, and they're well back today. They took up their 7,802 tickets very quickly, and it's contributed to an attendance of 51,694 tonight on a cool Manchester evening.
I think I met every single one of them in the service station on the way up.
Looks like Erling Haaland needs a service after a head collision with Holding.
There's going to be a few of these, and it's just his elbow just leans into him, probably trying to get to the top of his back, but he knew where it was going to end up. I'm surprised the ref hasn't seen that a little bit more harshly.
We do have VAR tonight. John Brooks is sitting in Stockley Park, but he hasn't seen anything wrong with that as of yet. Haaland does look as if he needs a little bit of attention. It was some whack from behind from Rob Holding.
You do use that arm to protect yourself because the striker's backing into you. But there is a crossover point where it's not protection and it's more forceful.
So they're just talking, just having a moment. At the moment, is there a player down? I think there's a player down, but I don't know who. It's for Manchester City, folks.
Goalkeepers have come in from either end as well to get involved. It's like an unofficial timeout while Haaland gets his treatment.
That's incredible.
Well, he has clear ideas of what he wants his team to achieve. And he's hoping that his vision clears. We do have the concussion protocol, so we'll go through all of the relevant checks. And there is an extra substitute available to Manchester City should they decide to switch out Haaland.
It was Haaland that was down on the deck, folks.
Going off the field to just finish his checks, but it looks like he's going to come back on. There'll be an uncontested drop ball as a result of the stoppage. Things have definitely changed between Manchester City and Arsenal over the last few years. You may remember when Arsenal won the FA Cup in 2020. They beat Manchester City in the semi-final. They pulled off a proper smash and grab raid that day. Do you remember it?
Vaguely.
They had 29% possession that day. Nick to victory, they defended deep, they were very pragmatic, but they've certainly evolved. Maybe that is what happens when you trust the process.
Well, I think Arteta will be pleased so far.
Oh yeah, goal to the mother later, folks. It's Man City 0, Arsenal 0, 32 minutes played.
City haven't created an awful lot. And thankfully for Arsenal, De Bruyne and Gundogan haven't been in the game that much.
Xhaka drawing the foul from a combination of Stones and Lewis, and then wanting to get things moving quickly, Trossard. There's no hesitancy when the ball is out of play. Very quickly, Arsenal keen to restart. This is Nketiah. Xhaka didn't realise that Gundogan was behind him.
He's got no he's not going to be on his own there. Good little run into that inside left position, but Nketiah doing well, holding the ball up.
Trossard. Here he goes again, powering down.
Oh, Trossard! Ooh, nearly a goal for Nketiah, folks. Ball came in from Trossard, straight to the end Nketiah, and just wide of the goal. Unlucky, nearly 1-0 Arsenal, folks.
Position, we've talked about his position at right back. And Nketiah just trying to get in front of the centre back near post. Gets a little bit less on that. He's got a chance. He gets too much on it, but good chance for
nearly 1-0 Arsenal. Nearly a goal from Eddie Nketiah.
So far, Tommy Yasu, Trossard and Nketiah. And they are the team that made 6 changes to their starting lineup. Manchester City seemingly, when you look at the teams on paper, coming in stronger.
So guys, get your question in the chat. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream.
But Manchester City did take a little while to warm up in their most recent big game against Tottenham Hotspur last Thursday night, just over a week ago. They were a little bit better in the first half against Wolves on Sunday, but they were a little bit slow out the blocks against Antonio Conte's team. They were certainly not slow out the box in the second half, though, as they scored 5 goals to ensure that Spurs were dispatched.
There's a few teacups when half time. Pep didn't like his team.
I can see this being 0-0 at half time and then something changing in the second half.
Haaland with just an off touch, shake of the head. Manchester City usually quite like playing Arsenal. Last year the Gunners got close to them down at the Emirates, but not here.
Just look at that position. You see the difference between Ake and Akanji, the gap. Yeah, he's just having a little wander into it. It's because Stones ends up playing right back and Akanji comes all the way over to right centre back when he's left centre back.
Oh, free kick to Man City. Oh, it could have been offside.
Space for a midfield player just to run through if they were to win the ball, Arsenal.
It's a proper chasm, that. Conversely, though, what the wandering into midfield does allow them to do is to have an extra number in the middle of the park, the congested area where most of the play occurs. This is Grealish getting away.
Oh, here comes Man City. Oh, nearly worked, but also got the ball back, folks.
Well, that's the beauty about this game. It's all about opinions, all about tactics, positioning. It's always 11v11, obviously, unless someone gets sent off. But you overload one side, there'll be a gap somewhere. It's just about exploiting that when you see it in the moment.
De Bruyne. He probably has had Manchester City's best chance in this game with that arcing shot from the edge of the box. Another little bit of skill which he tried to get away from Partey with. The referee didn't give a foul for that, but then did give a subsequent foul against Jack Grealish, which hasn't gone down too well.
Yeah, well, from here they look very similar, but obviously Tierney's a lot closer. Was that a foul? No. I don't see that one, but a little push. I think you just let play on.
Free kick to Arsenal. Let's see how this goes.
In the Premier League, haven't found a way through yet. 36 minutes in, but we've a long way to go. Manchester City do have goals coming out of their ears. 53 this season is the most in the Premier League. 8 more than second in that table, Arsenal. They have had any issues over the course of the campaign, really. It has been in defence where they've conceded more than usual. They have had to chop and change that defensive back line because of injury. This is Tomiyasu looking to test it. Tierney. Trossard not too far away from him. Tierney,
Oh, that's a ball, but unlucky. Ball to Trossard. I was trying to get to it. I think Thomas Partey, but just he couldn't get there.
Particularly good cross-field ball, which just shows again. Just mentioning Lewis's position. Ball flighted like that shouldn't be able to go to Tierney unchallenged. He's got to get his spacings right. Sounds like I'm having a go at the lad and just observing his position and how sometimes, because he plays so narrow, sometimes he just gets it caught out of it defensively.
Rodri going straight through the middle, direct up to Haaland. City try and play off that, didn't quite work out. Although it might come through to Haaland, who's beaten the defence.
Oh, nearly a goal for Man City, and it would have been for Haaland.
Backpedaling and didn't deal with Erling Haaland.
I'll tell you what, Gabriel in the end does okay because it's a bit of a ricochet. The ball just gets flicked over from Tierney. And he slows down at the last minute, but the challenge just puts Haaland off, and he'll be looking at that thinking probably should do a little bit better, but the challenge from Gabriel probably did it.
So we're just waiting to see. There's not been a lot of chances, folks, but when they have come, it's been at a premium.
That usually spells danger for any opposition. He has scored in 17 of his 24 starts this season. Monster striker with a monster goal record. Stones lucky to get away with that. De Bruyne, Lewis, Mahrez, inviting pressure from Nketiah, and Ortega's got himself in attack.
Oh, could he have had a look at that? Could it go to VAR?
Xhaka finds Trossard. City a little bit unbalanced. Rodri coming back to try and help out his ailing defence. De Bruyne. Now Grealish. De Bruyne's made a good run out to that left-hand side. Grealish has kept control of it really well. And it's found its way to Haaland. Grealish has continued his run. De Bruyne his. Haaland peels off towards the far post. This looks menacing from Manchester City. Turned defence into attack quite quickly. Grealish. It's just a little bit too heavy for Erling Haaland.
Oh, good running from Haaland, and immediately, as soon as he lays it off, he just arcs his run to this far post. Eventually goes out to the left, and then just watch him, he ends up far post, lingering for a decent ball in, and in the end, Grealish just overhits it.
Only halfway through the season, Manchester City have already lost 5 games this campaign in all competitions. 2 of those defeats have come in the 9 games since the resumption after the World Cup. Southampton and Manchester United both.
So guys, it's Arsenal 0, Man City 0 still. 5 minutes to go to half time.
That's if you include the Community Shield.
It was a game, wasn't it? So you've got to include it.
I read this morning that the 2 goals that Jimmy Greaves scored in the Community Shield aren't included in his total for Spurs.
There you go.
Ortega. To Haaland. Eventually, the referee had to do something about it because they were just getting far too well acquainted.
Yeah, he was coming. He had no protection then to the ball to feet. Partey was a little bit out of position. He just drops it into his feet there. Now he can just lay it off and then go, and he's not allowed to go because he's got hold of his shirt. And it's a yellow card that is a very dangerous one because Rob Holding's got another 50 minutes or so to play against the league's best striker.
And you just wonder whether or not Mikel Arteta may look at that at half-time, because the last thing he'll want to do in this game is go down to 10 men, and that's always going to be hanging over Rob Holding whilst he's on the pitch against such a cracking talent. Xhaka forward to Vieira. Well, the referee has blown his whistle and the flag's gone up far side. Saka is saying that he didn't get involved in the play as the ball came.
Oh, offside.
The assistant is Konstantin Hatzidakis.
Bukayo Saka just offside, folks.
I wonder if Arsenal are right to feel a little aggrieved.
Well, Saka saying he wasn't getting involved. Saka saw it. He's got a point. Seen one of them recently, haven't we?
He was less involved
Just
than
slightly.
Marcus Rashford, I would ascertain. And the this incident that you're referring to came in the Manchester derby, and still a bit of a sore point around here.
Well, Rob Holding's got to change his game, and he already has, because on that challenge he would have probably put an arm in, put a leg into that challenge, and he just allowed Haaland just to play the ball off, try and control it. It's going to be a long night for him, because he's getting very, very close every time, and it takes one little roll round the corner, and the ref will have his other card out.
So, we're nearly at half time, folks. Not a lot to tell you.
Vaccine PR HQXBLTV.
Trying to get away from Akanji. It's a good tackle by him. He's done very well
Aye.
since from Borussia Dortmund in the summer. Manuel Akanji. And that's a lovely, delicate pass out to Mahrez.
Oh, lucky.
Skipped off the turf before he could get it under
Yeah.
control.
And do you know what? That would have been the first time that Mahrez had the ball in grass at his feet.
That's a good thing.
The Arsenal defence. He's had a couple of little slow runs, but just skidded off the turf as well.
He's getting run all over the place by Matt Turner. No, I mean, every time they've had a ball that's gone over the top, Turner's rushed out and literally has stopped him from even doing anything. And then you got Rob Holding, who's the other one. So them two are doing a good job on him.
Trossard. Trying to get away from Stones. Did just enough. Rico Lewis gets it further clear. Arsenal just keeping them.
That ain't good.
In. Although Stones has pulled up once again. He's been
I
trying
think-
injury over the course of this campaign, and it has.
And England's first game is against Italy.
Don't like the look of that one. Just, yeah, that just looks like a hamstring, which you can see it in his face. They know. Players know.
England versus.
Like a right hamstring problem for John Stones, and that will be a real issue for him.
What the?
At Old Trafford and Southampton because of fitness issues.
Oh my days.
It's been something that has occasionally stopped him from getting a run in the team. And there's Ruben Dias warming up, coming back to fitness at a very good time. A player whose authority has been missed at the back whenever he's not in the team.
England have a friendly on the 12th of September away at Scotland.
City, who started the last FA Cup final win in 2019. He too has had
No, but this
injury problems.
Yeah, but this is to celebrate like an anniversary or something. That's what it's for.
Struggling for a squad, Pep, isn't he? Those two warming up. You just see him stumbled a little bit there, and there it is. You can just feel it, and then he's reached back for the ball. Damage is done, and then he does a bit more damage. It's such a horrible feeling.
It's
well, the England centre half replaced by the Spain centre half.
It's basically Scotland to play England in the 50th anniversary heritage match.
That's a sad sight for John Stones.
That's still mad that England and Scotland would have played each other 150 times.
Then he just put his jersey on. He's got his tracksuit on. Got to sort out his boots. How quickly can you get them down?
Southgate, you better beat Italy.
Despite the fact that Laporte is not ready, we are already well over our 2 minutes of injury time. He has restarted things now.
He hasn't got his shin pads on either.
he's not exactly prepared and ready to.
Oh my god.
And at the moment, City are down to 10 minutes. It just means that
Scotland, I'm going to say this now, you're going to finish, you're not qualifying for the Euros because you're up against Spain and you're up against Haaland and Norway.
Why wouldn't you be at the moment? I just don't get that.
That's for the Euros. Scotland's group is Cyprus, Spain, Georgia, Norway.
Here he comes.
Hope it's worth the wait.
We ain't good for shit!
Will go from left centre half to right centre half, and Laporte will move into his more natural position. Only have a couple of seconds before the half-time whistle blows.
That game, that guy just makes me literally panic because he just doesn't know how to defend, and within seconds he just looks like we're going to concede. We ain't good for shite, especially when you come up against Haaland.
Haaland and holding has been a bit of a theme. But despite the 6 changes, Arsenal have looked the more threatening.
Yeah, I think Arteta will be more pleased of the two managers. You might hear a few of the City fans half-time not too happy.
He doesn't look too happy. There is the half-time whistle.
Half-time, folks! Arsenal 0, Man City 0. Not much happened.
Nothing to separate the country's top two at the break. The running battle between those two has certainly been a theme that has run throughout that first 45. Whatever you do, don't go anywhere, because Roy Keane and Ian Wright will pick the bones out of that first half next. At half-time, it is Manchester City 0, Arsenal 0.
Oh. Hopefully the second half can be better. Here we go. Who do you guys think is going to go through to the 5th round of the FA Cup? 20% say Man City, 80% say Arsenal. So that's interesting. 80% Arsenal. Literally, Man City got the most devastating striker in Europe at the moment. I wouldn't want to be singing. I wouldn't want to be singing that because it's a bit too violent. Yeah, because why would you want to use a cleaver on someone? I'd rather do it the right way and do it on the football pitch. Scum cunts. Right, that would be for in a while. And they think they're not they say they're not British. I don't know why they think they're not British when they clearly are. Here we go. Guys, go and vote on what you guys think of the first half. At least it's not Liverpool shite. You can. If I were to say that, I'll get banned. No, I'm saying for me on stream, I wouldn't do that because YouTube will literally crack down on you for saying anything that's bad. And I've had a lot worse than that. It's more because you have because people literally will get offended or literally think you're being inappropriate for literally saying anything. Chelsea under 21s are losing. They're losing 3-2 to West Ham. And the money and the man. I didn't know this about. I didn't know this about the under 21s for us. That you got John Terry as manager and his assistant is Joe Cole. I forgot about that. God, Chelsea, can you please get a goal, please? We don't want to lose to West Ham shite, even though it is under 21s. Looks like Chelsea have got our guy from Lyon called Melo Gusto. And he is 19. From what I'm hearing, he's basically the backup for Reece James. What? So if we bought a lot of. The ones we have bought some with experience. We bought Koulibaly, we bought Mark Cucurella, we bought Fofana. That's this win. Ah. We bought someone young, but I think the oldest we've actually bought is Modric. Is the oldest. He's 22. So it's not that bad, but the others. But in football, you're classed as a youngster in the sport until you're about 23 or over, because you can play for your under 20. You can play for the under 21s until you're 23. for your country. Yeah. What's it? Jesus, he likes buying 18 and 19-year-olds. Yeah. Oh, and also that defender that's been playing well for us, he's 21, and actually he's. But at the moment, this guy is played 2 games for us, and he's got 2 clean sheets. We found a talent who, at this moment in time, could actually take Koulibaly out the squad. The way he's playing, if he keeps doing that and we keep getting clean sheets, it'd be worth just keep playing him next to Silva. Because he knows what he's doing. Let's have a look. Ba-bam, 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 ba-bam. Now that is weird. That is a weird date. Ah, Trossard's been causing Man City quite a lot of problems. Who's going to want... but which ones are actually the better games to watch? Which one are the better ones? Yeah, apart from that, the other two, there's better. I think... Right, let's have a look. But actually, the one I'm more entertained by is Derby versus West Ham, because Derby are doing well and West Ham are not doing that bad. So it looks like that one could... Yep. I'm just checking to see what other games there is in the FA Cup. See if they could have actually, for the other 2 games, they could have... Yeah. Because I think there's better games that they could have picked to be live. There's better games than Man United and Reading. Because nobody is going to be interested in watching Man United versus Reading. Because people are just going to think it's going to be a 4-goal conclusion, and that Man United are going to beat Reading. So nobody will watch it.
I think Arsenal playing very, very well against them.
Let's see what's in the FA. See, are these actually live? Yeah, but there is a game live on BBC One tomorrow.
What's going on?
FA Cup, Accrington Stanley versus Leeds.
Saliba is there as well. So Saliba for Holding would make sense, wouldn't it? Because Holding's on a yellow card. And this is the thing with 5 subs now. I think we see
Because I actually think it could be an upset.
Yeah, half-time subs you see more readily now with 5 subs.
Yeah.
It's that, or you got Walsall versus Leicester.
Players that were carrying little knocks, or obviously on bookings, and that's why I don't think people should worry too much about what games you have coming up when you can make 5 changes. It gives you great options. And that's where you can rest and rotate 1 or 2 players.
We're hearing Lukonga for Partey.
So tomorrow at 6 o'clock, we got Preston versus Tottenham.
Terrific this season for Holding, who's been on a yellow and had a tough time up against Haaland. Who wouldn't? So
Yeah.
I mean, it's really interesting to see the maturity of Arsenal against the increasing maturity against the wherewithal.
Oh, they have. I sent you the link
of
for it.
City to win these sorts of games.
Yeah, you're always learning about your players and they get a big test. As much as we're giving Arsenal credit for the first half, the big test now coming up in the second half. We see how strong City are. And of course, City have got brilliant options off the bench as well. So, again,
You just click on that and it takes you to it.
Again, it's good to see us.
Simple as that.
Coming up against Haaland, Sammy Conker coming up against.
Yeah, it just makes it easy. It means always be on there. You know, you just go and find that and you just click on it and it sends you straight to it.
To help us out with Thomas Partey, so fingers crossed he can have a good game.
Those are the changes at half time.
I have no idea.
Lee Dixon and Sam Matterface ready to go.
That confirmation on the bottom of your screen of those substitutions that Mark's been talking about.
It's took Saliba off.
High fives and hugs,
Yeah.
and dinner dates between Guardiola and Arteta behind the scenes, but historically there has been a bit of needle between Manchester City and Arsenal. In the first round of Abu Dhabi's spending, City swooped for key Arsenal talent. Clichy, Adebayor, Kolo Toure all ended up here. Not sure Wenger was a fan of the power
Yep.
either. And Manchester City have won the last 5 against
Ah!
but just not
And
in
Kevin
the
Owens is a legend.
where the Gunners have won the last 4 in this grand old competition, and 3 of those have been semi-finals.
And that's a good thing.
First and change some key personnel at half time, and I suppose the Rob Holding one was predictable.
Yeah, it makes complete sense, and I think also in midfield as well with Partey.
Way, come on, Sheffield United, smash Wrexham on Sunday, please.
It's good that Saliba gets to play against Haaland before obviously the league game. Give him a little taste of what's to come.
There is William Saliba, who is making his FA Cup debut. He's been very good at nicking possession at the back.
Jeez, so they picked Wrexham, Sheffield United, Brighton, Liverpool over Stoke, Stevenage, and Stevenage are literally winning game after game after game.
His son is a young player, he's only 21 years of age. And he looks an accomplished defender.
It'll be interesting to see how he goes head to head against Haaland, because obviously
And Napoli are playing Roma on Sunday. That will not be easy.
goes down that route or plays a little bit more dropped off and using his head a little bit.
Oh, great! Is that twat of a referee who cost England?
Assistant over
Cunt
the
ref.
side, Neil Davis, and was waiting for an indication, but in the end they decided between them that it would be.
Have you? Will you pay to let France beat England?
Accepted too.
What?
They are used to getting their own way at the Etihad Stadium. They have not been knocked out of the FA Cup here at this stadium since Championship side Middlesbrough came to the Etihad and beat Manuel Pellegrini's Man City 2-0 8 years ago. Patrick Bamford stole the headlines that day.
And that player is shit. Patrick Bamford shite.
22 games at the Etihad, going back to April of last year. And the only side to beat the
Yeah, because Patrick Bamford was the last player to score against Man City to knock him out of the FA Cup.
Placed that night as well, on that day, that morning.
Yeah, that's what Pep's been fighting against this season, is just little dips here and there. I mean, still had a pretty good standard, but by their standards a little bit below, and he's just shaking the cage a little bit.
Katie trying to win it ahead of Emerick Laporte, who comes away with the ball. This is Riyad Mahrez. England being chased by Sambi Lukonga. Tomiyasu sticking to his Grealish task, but maybe sticking a little bit too close to it.
Grealish is shite.
That's where you call tight. Look at that City performance in the first half. Didn't really see Mahrez, Grealish in flashes, not an awful lot. Gundogan not really in the game. De Bruyne flitted in and out.
Come on, someone actually have a chance and actually
Come up with one
do something.
City haven't failed to score here since last March when they drew 0-0 with Sporting in the second leg of a Champions League tie they'd already won the week before in Portugal. They are the Premier League's top scorers. This is Rico Lewis. Akanji. Ortega looking for Haaland. Saliba heads it away. Tierney getting involved. Vieira. Tierney wanted it back actually. He's decided to wander into midfield. Vieira. Tierney now the furthest player forward for Arsenal as Vieira gets chopped over on that far side by Mahrez.
Someone do something to try watching paint dry.
Intensity, but they get a jolt from that man at half-time too. No side in the Premier League this season has scored more goals in the 15 minutes of the second half after the break, the first 15 minutes after the break, than Arsenal.
Well, I've seen his team talks on the TV.
I've seen a couple of them, yeah.
I'm not sure
Well, he
he's
ends up very hoarse.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's had the light bulbs out today.
It's been turned over well by Manchester City, and Arsenal are off balance here. Mahrez is in space. Right side.
Oh no! He went down too easily.
An avenue that was shut off by a combination of Tomiyasu and Saliba. A better ball was to Mahrez right side where there was more space.
Yeah, Tomiyasu, that's part of the full-back's job. Get narrow when you're being attacked. Go towards your goal. Just cover the centre-back on the outside of him. Did it brilliantly well.
Does it help him that he's been a centre-back for Japan and has played in that position? Gundogan. To Haaland and then back out to Grealish.
That's a ball. Oh, good save.
Very far out of his goal to punch that. Almost left himself a bit exposed. Had to make sure he got good distance on it.
Yeah, he came early. He already decided. He saw the flight of the ball, so that's mine. I think that's good goalkeeping. Just not early enough. You've got to be careful with De Bruyne because if you go too early, he's got the ability just to slip it in the goal.
Someone do something, please.
Lewis on the underlap, trying to fire it through the 6-yard box, didn't catch it right, and it's into the side netting by the Mancunian.
I think he had a little bit more time than he thought. It's a good run again, inside right. I'm not quite sure if he just lets that go a little, one more bounce, he can get a little half volley on that into the box. There's certainly no fear in the boys there. I think what I was like at 18, full of fear, scared stiff, playing for Burnley.
Who was your manager?
Brian Miller. And then John Bond just after, an old manager of Man City, obviously.
Do something, someone, please. This is making me want to fall asleep.
John Bond wasn't my biggest fan, I have to say.
Is that why you ended up at Stoke?
No, I went to Chester after that. We haven't got enough time to discuss my clubs.
There's a problem here for Matt Turner at the other end of the
Matt Turner injured.
down inside the 18-yard box, and he's got a left shoulder problem.
That'll have come from that cross, you know, because he's at a 45-degree angle and he's flying.
It doesn't look comfortable, that, does it?
That's the arm he punched with, and that's the arm he's landed on. Just have a little look at this. Look how early he goes. I'm off. His left arm just stretches along the ground. Glove on the floor and then a little stretch. I felt that.
Aaron Ramsdale, the England backup goalkeeper and Arsenal #1, is warming up on the touchline, getting ready. Mikel Arteta is having another little coaching session on the touchline. A lot was made of his antics and being criticised for theatrical performances on the sidelines in the last couple of weeks, but actually Pep Guardiola, who's
Hurry up!
communicating from the touchline,
And you can see Prime everywhere because it's all sponsored through Arsenal.
just jealousy. When you're at the top of your game, people have to undermine you. To be fair,
So JJ, you're making more money out of it now. Out of your drink.
Arteta moves that well for a man in his fortune, and nothing seems to ping. Still very fit. Well, Turner is back up and seems to be okay. Grealish looking to find Mahrez. Another reverse ball into De Bruyne, pushed away by Matt Turner. His arm looks okay on that occasion. Reacted brilliantly. And then Haaland was lurking. Mahrez. Rodgers made an intelligent dart, but Mahrez is trying to chip that towards the far post. There's a little collision between keeper and Haaland. I don't think Matt Turner was initially happy with that. They ended up all friends and smiles.
Well, this is the first time really Mahrez had grass to run into, and he does well. The overlap from De Bruyne and the right hand of Turner this time. He can't go too early there because again, De Bruyne just stick it in his near post. If he goes early, good goalkeeping and good run from Mahrez. City need him in the game a little bit more.
Riyad Mahrez and Carl Walker about to exchange positions. Rico Lewis also coming off. And I think Julian Alvarez.
Oh, Julio Alvarez.
Alvarez, who is a World Cup winner, 9 goals this
Ha!
season.
That's funny, I've just said it now, just said his name being announced. How canny is that?
Carl Walker, who's seen his place almost supplanted by Rico Lewis in recent times.
Someone do something, I'm about to fall asleep.
Akanji being harassed by Trossard. Trossard has been bemoaning the decision going against him. Confirmation of those 2 substitutions. Riyad Mahrez off. Alvarez on.
Julio Alvarez. Riyad Mahrez off. Walker on.
Carl Walker coming on for young Rico Lewis for the final 32 minutes of the game.
There's a big chat with Walker and De Bruyne, just letting him know where he's going to go because Alvarez has gone straight down the middle to play alongside Haaland. Wow, Walker's gone in a far right position, but he's just pushed in from fullback.
They'll do that little shift.
Someone, can you score please? Or even have a shot and a keeper safe now.
As a half right winger, half right back, depending on the way the game is going and who's got the ball where. But it's essentially 4-4-2 now for Manchester City.
We do not give a fucking shite.
Probably a little bit too much time to think about it.
I'll take a touch. You've got time and it's on the volley. Just take a touch. Can he just take a touch to the left and get it away from Ake? It's a hard technique to get that on target.
Alvarez has found De Bruyne. Switched out towards Grealish, but cut out by Tomiyasu. Saka. Wonder whether or not Alvarez coming onto the pitch will just quicken the pace of the game a little. They do like to move the ball quickly when he's on the pitch.
Come on.
Just interesting to see if we can get Arsenal can get Vieira in the game a little bit more. City, two-man, Gundogan and Rodri in midfield. There's just a little space for him just to wander into.
I said it's almost 4-4-2 now for Manchester City, but it's probably more aggressive than that. It's probably a 4-2-4 at times. I want to get Vieira into the game. He was productive in his first Premier League start against Brentford. He settled in very quickly there. He did well, especially in the second half against Oxford. He was part of the Porto team that won the double in Portugal last year.
Well, he's got license to go everywhere, and Gundogan certainly doesn't want to come out on this side and pick him up.
Come on. Come on.
Samuel Conley. Gabriel. Saliba being chased down by Alvarez. Finding Nketiah, but losing the ball quickly to Manchester City. They're very good at pressing you in those situations. Grealish, Gundogan finding a bit of space. Trossard getting back to help out his defence. They need to break the deadlock, one of these two, otherwise it's going to a replay. Maybe Eddie Nketiah might be that man. A lot was made of Arsenal losing Gabriel Jesus, but Nketiah has done brilliantly to fill the boots of the Brazilian. Arsenal may well share the goals around. Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli are all a threat and have chipped in, but he is their top scorer. He's the all-time England under-21 record goal scorer as well. He recently got a specially made golden boot after beating Shearer and Jeffers records. And a little spell under Marcelo Bielsa at Leeds, and he really improved during that period. It was significant for him. And he's been working with a fitness coach, Chris Van Arpes, who was a strength and conditioning coach at QPR back in the day. Sculpted his body, made him stronger, got his nutrition right.
Come on, someone. Come on, someone. Please do something, please.
His next goal will take him into double figures for the second successive season for Arsenal.
Just popping up on this right hand side now, Vieira, and a little wander and up just in front of the back four as well. Starting to get a few little sniffs around there. Front of that Man City defence.
Tomiyasu. Saliba. Saka trying to get hold of the ball from Gundogan, but says he managed to get it clear, and Gundogan has fouled it through to Julian Alvarez.
Come on, someone do something.
Gabriel deals with the threat of the Argentine, and then takes no chances. He's been crackingly consistent, hasn't he, Gabriel? Started the last 54 Premier League games in the heart of that Arsenal defence.
Playing in any back four is all about partnerships, and those two have done a brilliant job. But you've got a partnership with your fullback as well. Ben White on one side, Zinchenko and Tierney. Looks good.
Bit of space for Alvarez to turn and shoot.
Oh, it's the post! Someone's actually done something. It took 63 minutes.
Grealish. Feeding Nathan Ake.
Oh, it's a goal! It's a goal! And it's Nathan Ake! Nathan Ake for City. Nathan Ake from Manchester City after Julian Alvarez had hit the post. It is 1-0 to Manchester City versus Arsenal, folks.
Well, the possession had started to tell. Just look at the position. No one gets close enough. Gets the shot away, hits the post. And then Ake passed the ball into the net, and boy does he do that. He just sees the gap as the ball gets played to him. Round Saliba and into that far corner. You don't need an awful lot of power when you can place it this good. He's just patient. Jack Grealish does well. Two players drawn towards him. There's the space.
Nathan Ake actually scores a goal.
This is a perfect angle.
Big goals in big games. Against Liverpool.
Nathan Ake has scored the goal. It's Manchester City 1, Arsenal 0.
For Manchester City may be incredibly important. Arsenal making an immediate response. 3 changes straight away. Actually, it only looks like 2 changes, a double change. With Martinelli and Zinchenko coming on for Tierney and Trossard. So like-for-like switches. And they're still going to keep one up their sleeve. But the response from Mikel Arteta maybe underscores the importance that he's placing on the rest of this game and this competition.
Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't want to win this. He knew that from the start. His interviews, very positive. Forced into making some changes, just the position they are in the leagues.
Arsenal had to come from behind against Manchester United on Sunday. They do have it in them. This is Xhaka. In towards Nketiah.
Oh, nearly 1-1 within seconds, folks.
Incredible intervention from Ruben Diaz.
What a ball that is. Absolutely
Ball,
brilliant.
actually, isn't it?
Laporte, that's where you should be. First centre-back has to cover that first bit of the goal, and he just gets enough on it. Nketiah thinks it's a tap-in.
Aymeric Laporte getting in front of Nketiah, who felt as if the net was just about to bulge. Saka. So 7 to aim at in that penalty area. That's easy for Stefan Ortega to come out of the sky. The German who last year was relegated from the Bundesliga with Arminia Bielefeld. Mikel Arteta has a conundrum to solve.
So guys, I'm just doing you the, what is it, the highlight for my reaction to the goal, folks.
Tomiyasu. Saka again, coming in field and being pushed around by Grealish. The ball out to Martinelli. Whips it in towards that danger area. Laporte is there again. Lokonga finding Tomiyasu, decent looking cross, and Nketiah trying to get it under control. And it nicked off his toes by Rodri. It's better from Arsenal. Zinchenko. Through the legs of Haaland. It's
Granit Zinchenko on that far side. Every time he gets the ball, all the City fans are applauding their ex-hero, which is nice to see.
He's a very personable character, is Oleg Zinchenko, but he's also a winner. He was talking about the aims and ambitions for this Arsenal team. A little bit earlier than everyone else, he was suggesting when he walked into the dressing room they should be thinking about the title, not just aiming for the top four. And first of all, I think one of them should have been raised an eyebrow at that, but they're not anymore. Fine Xhaka here. And Nketiah wanted it played earlier. It's gone towards Saka, but couldn't sneak through because Grealish was well stationed. Lokonga.
So guys, hopefully you do enjoy the stream. Right, someone subscribe you I do. Sorry if I've not been reacting a lot to the game because there's not been that much happening in the game. So I've been trying to do it carefully.
A bit more experience.
Oh, nearly Haaland got through there, folks. See, hello, Holiday City to a die.
He just pins you and rolls you.
I thought you were a Hearts fan, Holiday. Stream Leicester tomorrow? Why would I want to stream Leicester tomorrow? I want to have a break tomorrow because of I'm going to be doing on Sunday Napoli versus Roma in Serie A.
Manchester City fans Tottenham with we are the champions of England. Both these two going for that title this season. This is Gundogan. Now Ake. Everybody in red behind the ball.
So guys, keep putting your questions in the chat, like, sub, and subscribe, and I will answer basically as many questions as I can.
Looks like Mikel Arteta is going to make his final substitution now. The one he was threatening to make earlier is going to...
So keep your questions that come in and let me know what you guys think of the game so far.
Ready for action. Haaland with a flick on, no one to capitalise in behind. This is Saliba. Minutes to find a response.
I would ask why you want me to do Leicester. Why would I do Leicester? I got no reason to do Leicester versus Walsall. And also, I'm not right. No disrespect to any Leicester City fans or Walsall fans. I'm not really interested.
Fixtures upcoming, which may well define the Premier League.
So guys, keep your questions that coming.
At the very top of it. Here's Saka. Going to the byline. It's a decent looking cross.
Oh.
He's got across Laporte. Saka got a whack as he attempted to get that cross in and stay down. Meanwhile, City looking to attack.
So guys, keep your questions that coming, like, sub and subscribe if you're on the channel.
More big guns coming on. Odegaard for Arsenal, Bernardo Silva for Manchester City. No one leaving anything to chance. Laporte. Alvarez dropping deep.
So guys, keep your questions that coming. It's Arsenal 0, Man City 1.
Haaland in a as Matt Turner clears out on this near side. It's an epic battle. It's certainly worth watching. Certainly worth staying up for. However old you are. Might have to pull that hat up a little bit though if you want to see the whole of the action. Odegaard is on. And Bukayo Saka.
Odegaard is on and Bukayo Saka is off, folks.
Granit Xhaka walks over and puts the armband on Odegaard.
Bernardo Silva off.
There's De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne off.
Bernardo Silva.
He's been in the game a lot more in this second half. Played his part, but this is really delicately poised, this game, with the introductions of the subs now. Both coaches counteracting each other's changes.
It's a game of chess. One at the moment that Manchester City are in charge of. 15 minutes away from progressing through to the 5th round of the FA Cup, being the first team this weekend to do so. There's a host more football to come over the whole of the weekend on ITV and STV. Xhaka trying to poke it clear. Bernardo Silva won it back. Great close control. Actually on his longest run without a goal in club football, Bernardo Silva. Hasn't scored since August.
"15 minutes to go, folks. 15 minutes to go."
From the pole, looked about a yard out.
Fabio Vieira wasn't happy. The match winner, the possible match winner, the man who's got the only goal so far. He was pretty insistent that it was a City ball. Vieira's found Grealish. And the stoppages and the stuttering nature of these last 5 minutes or so only helps one team, and it's not Arsenal.
Oh, City can go through their numerous tactics like we've all got of just letting the clock tick down. Some of us were past masters of that.
Come on, there's going to be another twist and to the tail of this game.
Xhaka has gone out towards that far side and committed a foul.
He's got no need there. No need to put your foot in. Where's he going? He's just running down the line, possibly going to run it out himself. Xhaka just give him a little let out there.
Free kick to Manchester City. Let's see what happens from this resulting free kick, folks.
To try and further their lead. Team who have been effective from crossing the ball in from wide areas this season. With Haaland in there, there's always a presence. He's aimed towards Rodri, who got up tall. Alvarez back in again, punched away by the goalkeeper, who felt the full force of Akanji's challenge.
You know what, Turner does like to come out of his goal, doesn't he? Already on the way, you feel that cross was hit.
He's assertive, that's for sure. I think that goal that he conceded from Nathan Ake is the first time he's conceded for Arsenal from open play. And any other goal that he has let in so far in his 5 previous appearances came from the penalty spot. Zinchenko and Walker going up for the same header. Xhaka marshalling Bernardo Silva in behind and covering Zinchenko. Gives away the throw.
So hopefully something else can happen, folks, and hopefully we get another goal in this game.
Could be a tense final 11 minutes here at the Etihad Stadium. Rodri driving forward. Rodri again looking for Walker on the far side. Zinchenko gets up and heads the ball, but only into the path of Akanji. They're struggling to get out of their own half at the moment. Maybe now there's a chance to break. Martinelli. Saliba. Martinelli's made a really intelligent run through the middle of the pitch and looking to try and get in between Walker and Akanji. Didn't quite come off for it this time, but the idea was right.
Yeah, good ball, but they just squeezed the space. Walker doing brilliantly well to head it back to his goalkeeper. They just need to try and get Odegaard on the ball. He's been brought on for that reason. He's playing in that Vieira space. Not had an awful lot of possession since he came on.
Trying to harass Rodri as he's looking to bring the ball clear. It has been a tactical battle. It's been an intriguing matchup between the two, but is it a game that's lived up to your expectations so far?
Well, I think we all want to see more goals, chances, maybe one here.
There's Haaland trying to give you what you wish for. Grealish. And away from Sambi Lokonga and held on to it well. Bernardo Silva. When City are in this position, one up at home, they can slow the game down, hold on to the ball. They're great in possession. And almost rest with it at their feet.
Yeah, we'll call it intriguing game rather than exciting.
Here's Alvarez, just trying to up the excitement levels.
It's not over yet, though.
And it's never over until it's over.
9 minutes to go. Man City 1, Arsenal 0, folks. And it doesn't.
There was a late goal for Arsenal that earned them all 3 points. They were probably the better team, especially in that second half. Can they come good late on here and rescue an equaliser, which might well take them back to the Emirates? Place in round 5 up the grabs. Lokonga. Martinelli. Looking for Nketiah. Taken away by Laporte. He's been effective since coming on to replace the injured John Stones. But whatever happens, Arsenal's improvement has been stark. No matter what happens here, you can see the development. That's why they are 15 points better off than at the same time last season.
Are we going to get a goal? Or are Arsenal going to get this other replay? Or has Man City done enough of a 1-0 lead?
Wily champions. We have a manager who is demanding and not just on the touchline. He drives his players every day. Pep Guardiola, he said after the recent Manchester derby he didn't care about the Carabao Cup, he didn't care about the Premier League. It's not true. He cares about winning. Yes, he wants the Champions League, but he has helped to create a winning culture here. 9 major trophies in 5 seasons. Domestic treble winners 4 years ago. Yes, money is one thing, but drive is another, and City have drive. Zinchenko has brought a bit of that to the Emirates Stadium, trying to send Martinelli down the left, and it's
Corner to Arsenal.
by Carl Walker.
Yeah, they're asking, all the City defenders asking for an offside there. Linesman's flag stayed down.
But it may well be a set piece that Arsenal have to utilise to get back into the game. Ødegaard lurking with intent and free on the edge of the penalty area.
There's all sorts going on in that box. Poor Tierney trying to sort it out. Xhaka's got a fistful of shirts. Walker's getting involved.
Tomiyasu, Gabriel, Saliba in there as well, and Nketiah just trying to keep out of the maelstrom on the far edge of the 6-yard box. Queuing up on the edge of the box, the Arsenal players. Was in towards that near post. It's a difficult one to deal with, but City did deal with it. Now Martinelli's got it back again. He's travelled a very long way. And it's gone out for another corner.
Yeah, he was just looking. He went all the way virtually to the near post. He was just looking for somebody in that 6-yard box. And all he saw was blue shirts. Just watch how far he gets.
Arsenal ain't giving up, folks.
Red shirts on the edge of the box.
They've taken a quick short corner, which has eventually ended up with a throw-in over on the far side. Zinchenko, 5 minutes to go. Arsenal's turn to push and to probe and to try and find a way back into the game. It's a busy stage of the season, but I don't think Arsenal or Manchester City particularly would want a replay as a first choice, but Arsenal right now would certainly take one. Tottenham next for Manchester City away from home, then Aston Villa at home. Then they play that game with Arsenal down at the Emirates Stadium. Everton next Saturday lunchtime for Arsenal, who will come up against the new Everton regime. Vieira, Ødegaard, Saliba, Tomiyasu. If City can see it through, they are about to inflict just Arsenal's 4th defeat of the season. Nketiah trying to do something about that. Ødegaard, Xhaka trying to slip it through. Martinelli.
Oh, how was Arsenal not equalised there?
Swift to come and smother. Great goalkeeping.
Wow. Someone shot him out of a cannon. He's just standing still in his 6-yard box. And then watch how quick this is. He's offside. The linesman give a little signal to Paul Tierney. Wouldn't have counted, but so quick off his line.
Xhaka, Zinchenko, Martinelli just holding his run on that far side. Vieira out on this near touchline. Nketiah waiting in the centre. Is there one magic moment left for Arsenal? Martinelli might help produce it. It's in towards Nketiah. A little bit of loose defence.
Oh, you lucky get Ortega shite.
Well, again, Martinelli's made a difference on that left-hand side since he's come on. He just ricochets off Gundogan, and again, he just fires himself at the ball.
Rodri. Grealish felt he was fouled by Tomiyasu, but City have continued the charge. Bernardo Silva. Aymeric Laporte. Rodri.
Not long to go now. 89 minutes played of the 90.
It's clipped away by
Green stoppage time to go.
towards Haaland, who's battling now with Gabriel. They're all taking turns to get involved in that heavyweight clash. Xhaka trying to thread that through to Nketiah, blocked by Akanji. It was vital that he stood in that position on the field there, Manuel Akanji.
Yeah, sometimes you make a decision to go infield, into midfield and make a challenge, and Akanji got that one absolutely spot on.
Nketiah running down a blind alley, and now a chance for City to break again. Alvarez, Bernardo Silva. No need to force the issue for Manchester City. No need to hunt for a second goal. Keep Arsenal arm's length here, and they know that they will be heading into round 5 for an 8th consecutive season. There have been semi-finalists at least in each of the last 4 campaigns. Arsenal haven't been to round 5 since they last won it in 2020. And it looks like they're going to end their participation in the round 4 stage once more.
It's 5 minutes to go. Writing us off.
It's 4 actually.
Is it 4? Okay.
Four minutes right on time at the end of the game. 4 minutes, folks. 4 minutes.
Kanji into Gundogan. Square onto Alvarez. Manchester City so adept at keeping position in these circumstances, keeping possession of the football and making the opponents work, making the opponents toil. And that's a free kick, so it gives us a chance for you to nominate your player of the match.
Well, I think he's had a really good defensive performance. There's been a few tonight, but Nathan Ake not only kept one of the best young players in the country quiet in Saka, but also scored what looks like the winning goal.
Don't write them off just yet, there's still 3 minutes to go. Here's Walker down the right side, a yellow card for Zinchenko.
They've got to get the ball first, though. As you said, City are adept at doing this.
Looking for Zinchenko. Nathan Ake's Player of the Match award has been announced to the crowd here. And he got a rapturous round of applause after receiving that Emirates Player of the Match.
Well, I'll tell
What a
you,
cracking finish it was.
absolutely, it's not easy marking Saka, and there he is, helping out his defenders, and he just passes it, Bobby Charlton style, into the net. Great finish, and a real solid performance at left back.
He's a regular for Dutch at the World Cup. He's been a regular for Manchester City because of the injuries to Diaz and Laporte, who's played his part tonight. Stones obviously picking up another injury, caused them an issue. Cancelo's been a bit out of form, which is why Ake has got the nod at left back. Gundogan's just picked up a yellow card for wasting a bit of time. Martinelli trying to get out of that tight spot. Zinchenko trying to climb through. Silva coming into the penalty area. Haaland's just backing off a little bit. Alvarez twisting and turning. Lukonga trying to stick with him. It's going to be a corner if it goes out. Not according to the official.
Wow. Didn't go out of play. Wow.
It's going out the other side of the corner flag anyway.
Got there eventually. Obviously, City going in the next round, Pep will be really pleased, I think. Mikel Arteta will be pleased with the performance. He'll be pleased with some of the players who haven't played an awful lot of minutes. We've got them under the belt. We won't be pleased with going out. But...
Okay, trying to head it on. And there was a foul which the Arsenal players are a little bit furious about. And they thought they were going to get the chance to attack, but Paul Tierney has pulled them back. And you just wonder whether or not these two will be friends tonight. Maybe they can film their antics on the touchline and compare TikTok versions because they are rather animated.
Coats on as well.
Same coat. I think they apparently have been training some of the air hostesses at the local airport. This is where the exits are. They're very good at gesticulating, telling you where things are and where you're supposed to be. Sammy Lakonga trying to walk on the circle of the ball, but he's kept it well. And nearly moving to 5 minutes in added time, and we might have a few more seconds after that crunch from Zinchenko. He doesn't look happy, does he? Coming back to his old patch, where he was so successful. He started the 2019 FA Cup final for Manchester City when they blitzed Watford 6-0. Pep Guardiola is full of respect for Zinchenko. He was also part of the City team that beat Arsenal 5-0 here on their last visit. But he's only on the losing team, and so is Granit Xhaka, who was having a few...
Full time, Arsenal 0, Manchester City 1. Like, subscribe to the bell notification to the post. Hope you've enjoyed the FA Cup game. Sorry if it wasn't that entertaining for stream. There wasn't how much happened in the game other than the goal. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys on Sunday for Napoli versus Roma in the FA in Napoli versus Roma in Serie A. Like, subscribe to the bell notification button.